Hello and welcome to News Hour on Unity TV. Today is Tuesday, 25th of July 2023 and it's equivalent to 7th of Muharram 1444 after Hijrah. The headlines. Nigeria has failed Africa, says Obasanjo. Fuel subsidy removal. TUC gives federal government 2 weeks ultimatum for negotiations. Enugu residents protest against sit at home. On international news, Ghana's ex-minister arrested after housekeepers stole over $1 million from home. And in sports, African teams off to disappointing start at Women World Cup with no win yet. And those were the headlines, and for details and more of the stories, I am Rukayet Sani Ibrahim. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo said Nigeria has failed the African continent specifically and the world at large. Obasanjo stated this in Abuja while giving the keynote address at the public presentation of the book titled Reclaiming the Jewel of Africa, written by former Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, who also served as Minister of Finance, Olusegun Aganga. He, however, added that what Aganga has tried to identify, itemize and recommend in his book is the way forward. President Bola Tinubu, represented by his special advisor on monetary policy, Olawale Edun, unveiled the book. The Trade Union Congress TUC Monday gave the federal government a 2-week ultimatum to reach the agreement on negotiations or face workers' protests. TUC threatened that if after August 19 nothing tangible was concluded, it will be compelled to take further action to protect workers and the masses of the country from being subjected to unending hardship. Briefing journalists in Abuja, the TUC President Comrade Festus Osifo admonished both the federal government and the states to come up with harmonized palliatives that is verifiable and will be implemented with agreed time frame. There is palpable anxiety in the ranks of some former and serving governors of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC and its leaders over the delay by President Bola Tinubu in releasing the final list of ministerial nominees. The President is under obligation based on constitutional provision to forward the list of ministerial nominees to the Senate within 60 days of his inauguration for screening and confirmation. With only 3 days to the expiration of the 60-day window, some former governors and serving governors, some APC leaders and PDP leaders who worked hard for the victory of President Tinubu in the February 25, 2023 elections are becoming agitated. Newsmen further gathered that anxiety is fueled by the information that the President has been editing the list he previously prepared, and it appears they are mounting pressure on Tinubu. Some residents of Enugu State on Monday protested against continuous sit-at-home enforcement by the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB in the state on Monday. Armed with placards with various inscriptions, the residents were seen protesting against the illegal sit-at-home order, which they claim has paralyzed economic activities. Similarly, newsmen report that the state government on Monday sealed shops in major markets across the state that refused to do business in observance of the sit-at-home order of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The Nigerian Army on Monday said troops of 302 Regiment operating under 82 Division of the Army destroyed camps belonging to fighters of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and its armed affiliates, the Eastern Security Network. In a statement by the Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu said during the raid operation in Umu, Ewelum, Anambra West, the troops recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 AKMS rifle, 3 Lexus SUVs and 2 motorcycles, and arrested 8 brigands. In a separate operation, Nwachukwu said troops also raided IPOB camp at Mmiata Nnam in Anambra South, where the gallant troops came in contact with the Irredentist group and in the encounter neutralized 1 IPOB fighter, while another was captured alive and recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 Dane gun and police uniforms. The Delta State Police Command said its operatives have killed one of the robbers who attacked and killed 2 policemen at Ole Roundabout after setting ablaze patrol van. The police also arrested 2 of the gang members and recovered 3 AK-47 rifles, among others. This was contained in a pub read statement by Delta State Police Public Relations Officer DSP Bright Edafe. Police operatives of the Gender Unit State Criminal Investigation Department, Bayelsa State Police Command, have busted a child trafficking syndicate and rescued 2 children stolen from Bayelsa in Enugu and Abia states. The rescued kids were identified as Success, a girl aged 4, and Prince, a male aged 2. Spokesperson of the Bayelsa State Police Command, Asenim Botswat, who disclosed this yesterday in Yanagwa, said the children were stolen by one Sunday Anyele, 22 years, and Chioma Obi, 24 years, on June 19, 2023 at Igbogene, Yanagwa, Bayelsa State. The suspects have admitted to collecting 1.6 million naira for the 2 children. And on the foreign scene, a former Ghanaian sanitation minister, Cecilia Abena Dapa, who resigned over the weekend after her house workers allegedly stole more than $1 million in cash from her home, have been arrested for suspected corruption, a special prosecutor said on Monday. Dapa has denied any crimes, but the case drew criticism from Ghana's opposition, which questioned why a minister had such large amounts of cash in her house. Special prosecutor Kisi Ayegbeng said Dapa was placed under arrest on Monday in respect of suspected corruption and corruption-related offences regarding large amounts of money. And in sports, Africa's 4 representatives at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup began the tournament last week with something of a win power, playing 1 game each without a single win. The continent is being represented by Nigeria, who have participated in all editions of the competition, champions South Africa, Morocco, and Zambia. While all teams have played 4 matches, they only have a draw to show for 8. The point came from Nigeria, who battled a barren draw with Olympic champions Canada. And with the sport news, we've come to the end of our bulletin for today. You can follow us on our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Unity Radio FM TV, respectively. You can also watch us live on the satellite decoder Nicomsat, which has been watched in about 38 countries of the world free. You can also stream us and watch us live on our YouTube channel at Unity FM TV. I am Rukayet Sani Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs. Do have yourself a lovely day. Bye-bye.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.